Good morning and welcome to the Irish Weather Network. I'm Carl. This is the weather for the week ahead. I'm going to show you the pressure map first for the entire Atlantic Basin. And we're going to be dominated by a large area of low pressure in the Atlantic between Ireland and Iceland. This low pressure is going to dominate the weather for the whole of Ireland and the UK for the coming week, with a series of low pressures running around the periphery and coming up close to our west coast as we go through the week. Now, we have high pressure that's starting to build over Scandinavia, and it's going to try and push down into Europe, but it's because this Atlantic is now dominating, it's keeping the high pressure well away from us, so we'll be under the influence of the Atlantic for the coming working week. Now, we have a little low pressures that are circulating around us, as I said, because this is a complex area low pressure. This is the main parent low up here near Iceland. We have to watch this one coming off the east coast of the US, which could be influence our weather now on Thursday and Friday as a main storm depression. And it's going to track close to our coasts of the west yet again. But everywhere in Ireland is going to experience strong and possibly damaging gusts from this if this was to materialise by Friday. This next chart is the jet stream. And here's Ireland and England, right here. Over the last several weeks, the jet stream has been flown to the south through Iberia and the Mediterranean, and it keeps us on the cold side of the jet stream. Now, the jet stream is nearly on top of us, so which means that the warm air and the mild Atlantic air, I should say, is coming in from the southwest now. If this jet stream comes back to the south again, cold air is likely to filter in from the north or the east, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen this week. Now, the jet stream will play a major role in the weather at the end of the week with that storm depression I was telling you about, coming off the Atlantic or the eastern coast of the States, which is here. Now, if I go back towards, say, Wednesday, so we have the high pressure down here in the mid-latitudes, and it's drawing up warm air from the equatorial regions. And this cold air coming down from it's the Labrador Current here off the coast of Canada, right down through Canada, Newfoundland, and it clashes here with the warm air. So this energizes the jet stream. And then when this happens, these clash of air mass, you're going to get these series of low pressures forming. And this intensifies as it crosses the Atlantic towards the coast of Ireland. So this one is one to watch now come Friday. It could stay offshore, but still it's going to bring probably definitely severe gales along the west coast, Irish Sea coast, southern coasts, and along the north as well by Friday if this was to come close to the shores. So it's one to keep an eye on as we go through the week. Now we'll focus on the temperatures for the week ahead. It's going to be on the milder side. It won't be as cold as it was last week, but it's not going to be spring-like either. Now, the rest of Monday it will be mild enough before that storm depression here that's off the southwest coast now tracks along the western seaboard, and the winds will make it feel cold, but the air temperatures is going to turn a bit chillier by the middle of the week. And there could be some windiness around, especially from higher ground, for a short period on Wednesday. Before the storm depression that's down here, it's coming off the North American coastline. It's going to bring its strong winds, its heavy rain, and it's going to feed up a lot of warmish air from the tropics. So it'll turn milder by Friday. But the strength of the winds, it's not going to feel too pleasant outdoors. Now, the predicted rainfall for the week ahead as well. We're going to have this rain that's currently over the island this morning should clear out into the Irish Sea by early afternoon. And we're going to have periods of rain right through the week as well, coming up from the southwest. We have another little depression that's going to interact with the western half of the island as well on Tuesday. And again, its associated rain belts are going to cross the island. And then we have this period of windiness on Wednesday, which is going to move up from the south. Now, this is only going to be the highest of elevations that are going to see any sort of windiness. It's only for a short period before it clears out to our northeast. And then we have this storm depression that's moving in from the Atlantic and its associated rain belts, which again we have to watch closely over the course of the week. It's going to bring a lot of rain and strong winds right across the island. So we'll keep you up to date as we go through the week on this setup. Just a quick snapshot of the rest of Europe and where the cold is at the moment. Well, we have it's the western parts of Europe. So it's out in Spain, most of France, the Low Countries, Ireland and England, Scotland are now under influence of the Atlantic air. And the rest of Europe is still underneath continental polar air, which is coming down from the Arctic regions across Siberia and filtering through Eastern and Central Europe and also over Scandinavia. Now, how far does the Atlantic air get across? It goes as far as Germany, Poland. On Tuesday, Wednesday, it's not deep cold that's across the continent now. It's starting to push way back into Russia. Now, if I keep running this on, the high pressures are starting to build over Siberia again, and they're starting to move in a southwest direction. So that is going to start to bring cold air back down to Eastern Europe by the beginning of next week, Monday the 22nd. This is going to start to filter back across Europe, and it's never going to be too far away from our shores. So now you can see the cold air is starting to come back in towards Germany now. It's always knocking on the door. It's never pushed back well into Russia. It's always either in Central Europe or Eastern Europe, and it doesn't take much now for that to be tapped into and be pushed across back towards England and Ireland if the right setups prevail. But again, I'll keep an eye on this over the course of this week to see if there's any changes. It is the long range forecasts are suggesting that by the end of the month, that cold air should filter back in from the east. Again, it's only a forecast, and it's one of the long range forecasts, so the chances of this happening are slim at the moment. But we keep an eye and we'll see what happens over the course of the next week, and I'll keep you updated on any change. So if you like this channel, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so anytime I release any content, you'll get notified. Wherever you are, stay safe. Thanks, and bye bye.